Hi everyone, it is Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. Today is Tuesday, the 19th. That's sad when the day of the week is harder than the number. So anyway, today is Tuesday, May 19th. This is Charm Chatter. Oh my god, 57, I think. I knew it before I sat down. I think it's 57. Might be 58. I don't know. But I'll try to make sure it's right in the title. Let's see. Did I say I'm Lynette? Oh my goodness. Don't even know what's going on already, right? Thanks for watching today. I'm in my yarn room today. And I want to thank all of my subscribers for being here. If you're new, I appreciate you coming by. Hit the little subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the video. I appreciate that. That's helpful. If you don't like it, that's fine too. Sorry. You just get what you get. So I have 2 finished objects that I finally finished. And if you're on my Facebook group page, which will be linked below, if you're on there, you have seen the pictures yesterday. Pretty sure it was yesterday. So I finished my flag blanket. It does, I believe, have 13 lines. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a good size. I mean, not real huge, but so that's what it looks like. And I just, you know, it's nice. You can just throw it over you on the couch. But let me tell you, this is that Stitch Studio Bell yarn that AC Moore sold. So soft. It's a 6 bulky, and it is so soft and squishy. The blue, squishier than the red. The blue and white, oh my goodness, so much nicer. I mean, not that the red isn't squishier, but the blue is a lot softer. The blue and white are a lot softer than the red. I think it has something to do with the dye itself and dyeing the yarns, because I've seen that in other yarns. You know, some colors are, I got fuzz in my mouth, pardon me. Anyway, it turned out pretty much like I expected it to, just kind of like a washed out looking flag. That's what I wanted. And no border. I just did half double crochets all the way around. That's it, just half double crochets. And I'm gonna put it on the back of the couch at the camper for the weekend. And then, you know, for the holiday weekend in the States, it's Memorial Day this weekend. And that's kind of a red, white, and blue holiday around here. So that one is ready. And then I finished now this is Amanda's Patriotic Blanket is what I'm calling it. It's the blanket I designed to do the cal with. So it, as I have mentioned, it is not a flag shape. It is a square blanket, and the 13 stars, which are bubbles in this case, are in the center. And then if you see one side, you see them all. So here you go, out to the side. I tried to, Amanda really likes the rib stitch, so let's go with that. I wanted it to be interesting enough with different stitches to keep you, you know, keep you from being bored, keep her from being bored, but stitches that aren't too difficult to, you know, for beginning crocheters. So every stitch, I mean, this is the bobble, so that one's a little bit different, but every other stitch is a double crochet of some form or another. There's some slip stitches and some chains, but I mean, nothing more difficult than a double crochet. I have sent the pattern that I actually wrote a pattern. We'll see how well that works. It's kind of like pattern and words. So you got the abbreviations and you got the words. I did send that to Mama Swift. So Trisha, if you did not get that, I sent it yesterday and I haven't heard from you. So if you did not get it, let me know. I have it saved on my laptop. I will resend it. But I think, I mean, I tried to send it. I didn't get anything that said it didn't get sent. So I'm assuming you have it. And if you if you don't want to look at it or you can't look at it, just let me know. And I will ask someone else. So that is that project. I did use 5 skeins of yarn. The blue, obviously, not all of it. The blue and the white are Red Heart Super Saver. The red was Stitch Studio by Nicole, but easily can be Red Heart Super Saver. So any of the colors can be switched out. If one of my subscribers said they want to make it in just red and white because they're Canadian, and so it would match their flag, which I think is awesome. And as I was doing it, I thought, I'm gonna make another one in red, white, and blue. Amanda wants to be able to donate to veterans. She has a lot of, she's 40, and almost 40. A lot of her friends and her generation, they were in Afghanistan and Iraq, and so anyway, she has a big, she has a lot of friends that are veterans. So she's like, I really want to make them for veterans, which is what started this whole thing. I'm going to end up with 2 of them. It's one from the Cal and one, for the pattern. And so I want to keep one. I'm going to keep the original because it's my first one ever. Excuse me. But my brother-in-law, Roy's oldest brother, is a veteran from Vietnam, and I decided that I was going to give him one when we were making, when I was designing it, and even before I even started designing it, I told Roy I would give him one to his brother. So his brother is going to get the other one, but I thought, God, if I wasn't already committed to giving Al one, then I would probably make it as like a baby blanket, or make it in teal and white to go on my teal and cream, because it's kind of more of an off-white, to go in my living room, or and I'm like picturing if you had a like yellow and white and green if you didn't know the sex of a baby, or pink and blue and white if you didn't know the sex of a baby. You could change up to any colors. So I think it would look pretty like that. And because I'm working, those 2 are red, white, and blue, and then I'm also working on, very slowly, working on the beach cover up for Amanda that's red, white, and blue. I'm like really tired of red, white, and blue. But I will make it. So that's the blankets I wanted to show you. And then I promised that I would show the heads. Don't mind the crinkle. Sorry. I didn't realize that they weren't crinkly. But I got 2. I'm only going to pull one out because, they're crinkly. But this one gets to pop. Yay. That's it. That's the head. And I was going to bring a hat over here and forgot. Here's a blue hat, not hate. Hate, yeah, right? Yeah, the head's kind of tiny, or the hat's big. I don't know which. But this is one of the hats that I made for Hat Not Hate. I still haven't sent them in because I think I might make more. I just got sidetracked. This is one of the Debbie the Canadian Crocheter's no name hat with the pretty design on it. And then I just added some, I think these are called bean stitches. So that's the head. She kind of blows out in the light, but it works for showing off a hat, right? That was the whole point of that. So I like it. I'm very happy with that. And if I would clean off my desk, I have notes so I don't forget anything. So she can go back in there. So I went to the Dollar Tree. I want to make, I keep talking about the Van Halen blanket. And I know I need graph paper to graph it out. I know I need the yarn. I got the yarn. I got the graph paper. I have no idea how to do it. But I was watching some videos, and they were talking about needing like big bobbins and to buy these from the dollar store. So I went to the dollar store today and I bought 2 packs. I don't know how many I need, but I'm going to start a little Grafgan, corner to corner. Terry from YarnJoy Podcast has wall hangings that she designed, and she has the first one. It's for fall, and it's an owl, and I think it says fall on it. She has a tutorial for that one. She sells the patterns for the other ones. Spring and summer she's done now. I don't think she's done a winter one yet. So she did the tutorial for the fall one, and then came out with at least the spring pattern, and maybe, I don't even know if the summer pattern is out yet. And she's selling those on her Etsy shop. And I'll look for the tutorial for the owl, but I'm going to make the owl. My husband's into birds, so I'm going to make the owl. I don't know if I'm going to put fall on it. I just might make the owl just because I want to learn how to do a Grafgan before I try to actually do this Van Halen thing. And I know I need these, so I bought them at the dollar store as advised. And when I was there, this is the coolest thing, you guys. I keep my I have whip bags that are actual bags that I keep some whips in, but when I'm working on them, I like to keep them in a basket. I got that from the Secret Yarnery. That was an idea she had, and I do generally use a basket. And I've been buying them at that discount store that we have, Marks, that I get the cheap yarn at. Well, when I was in the dollar store, which I normally don't shop the dollar store, but I went in there, I spent $23. That's funny because I never shop the dollar store. But I saw these. They're just plastic bins. And the light is really, I got a red one, I got a green one, I got a blue one. And the reason that I bought these is they'll hold a small project. Stuff's gonna fall. They'll hold a small project, like if you're just doing 1 cake of yarn or maybe 2 in the cakes. I don't think a skein would fit in here very well. Small ones, but not, your bigger skeins won't. But they're dry erase. I'm like, what? So how cool is this? And it's got a spot on both sides. The whole thing is plastic, so why not dry erase on the whole damn thing? Pardon me, you probably can. So I bought some markers, specific dry erase markers. We're going to try this and see how well it works. But I'm thinking you can write your project name. You could, let's see, I think on the red, we'll probably have to go with the purple. They did not have black. So, this is what they had at the dollar store. You're at the dollar store, you get what you get. So I'm thinking, oh dear, stay on there. So I'm thinking you could write, that you're using a 6mm. You could write 6mm hook. You could write the yarn you're using, Super Saver Red, or whatever. Write it on the side of your basket. Put all your stuff in there, and if you need to use that 6mm hook and you don't come back to this project for, like me, if I don't have it written down, and I come back to this project in 2 weeks, and I've worked on several other things, I don't remember this for sure. Hook size, never. So, you can put all your stuff in there, finish the project. You'd think I would have been prepared enough and brought something to wipe it with, but then, oh, look, fingers will do it. Dry erase next project, please. I'm like, what a fabulous idea. And I had to share. I was so excited about the idea that I couldn't wait to come home and share that. So that's, I think my owl project might go in here. I don't know. But I thought that is the coolest little project for just small projects. A big blanket obviously is not going to fit in there. But normally, I have a couple this size, and then I have a couple that are shorter. This size holds, this is my leftover blue. And this is what I normally do. I write down, when I buy yarn specifically for a project, I might write the yarn down, write down what the project was that I had in mind for the project, for the yarn, and keep it in a whip bag. And then when I actually pull the yarn out of the whip bag and put it into a project basket, because these stack easy, I have this is what I was going to make. So that's in there, and then I have scrap yarn that I just emptied the yarn out of here. When I came up, I put my yarn away. So, this is for the big, in this basket. Now this basket, I think these were $3.50 or $4.50 at my Discount Mark store. And they hold those big 6, it'll hold several of those. So, you can sit your skeins, like if you have the big skein, I'm trying to find one easy. Okay, here. So you have this big skein of yarn, you can stick it in there. You can stick several in there and stand them up and pull from the top. You know what I mean? And then it's convenient. I really like them. And I have some shorter ones for smaller projects. And now I have these. And another thing that I like about these, and I think I talked about that before because they have the weave on them. You can pull your yarn through. That's what I did on the 50 Stitches Cal, which, I really have put that one to sleep for a while. I need to get that out and get caught up because I think I am on like week 11 and I think they're probably on week 25. I haven't done that in a while. And then I got one more thing. I had purchased, my Marks had yarn again. Didn't have a lot of yarn. They had scrubby yarn, and they had these. This is the Dreamweaver, 99 cents for 2. And I had some of this, and I couldn't figure out how to crochet with it, and I gave it away. And about a week later, I found this really cool pattern that had this, like, you crochet, I don't know, this is like that sachet yarn. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but let me see if I can, it'll show better in the red or brown or whatever color you want to call this. But see how it's got this netting, and then it's got little sparkly things. And normally, apparently, like you crochet, I don't know, in these holes, I guess. And you gather several on. I tried. I just got lost in all the little holes. But then I found a crochet pattern, and now I'll probably not be able to play it again. But I have an idea of how it works, so maybe I'll just have to play with it. But you spread out the sachet yarn, and you crochet with regular. So I'm going to make a shawl, and I'm going to half double crochets. Half double crochet 6 inches or whatever the pattern is, and then you pick this up and half double crochet into the one side of this. All the way down. You don't gather it or anything, so then you have this mesh in the middle, and then you crochet on the other side, like, you get down to the length of your whatever, and then you start and you crochet on the other side. So you have your yarn of regular yarn, and then you have this already made mesh, netting. And I saw a pattern made that way. It's like a summer shawl. So if you did a lightweight yarn, or you did like the cotton or the kobu, whatever, bamboo yarn, or the cotton cakes, or even those twirls, like from Hobie or Hobium or whatever, those twirls, the real thin yarn would be really beautiful. And then you have, so I got it in the whatever color. Oh, that looks brown there. To me, it's like a burgundy. It looks brown in the camera. And then I have this cream color one, which is cream color, even though, yeah, it's either blown it out or it's given it a funky color. But anyway, I thought I would give them one more try. And if I can't make it work, I'm not out that much money. So that's what I bought. And I was real excited about the Dollar Tree bins. And they had them in different sizes. I think I bought one of every of the colors. Maybe they had another color. I don't remember. And I probably didn't really need 3 of them. But I couldn't decide on which color was going to be coolest. So, and obviously I like color. So anyway, that's what I bought at the Dollar Tree. And I'm normally not a Dollar Tree kind of thing, but I think those are great yarn baskets when you can write on them and tells you, and then just erase it for the next project. Like, that is the greatest thing ever. So that's what I did. That's what I bought. So let's see, I have been watching some YouTubers while I was finishing up. Denise from Black Ribbon Studio, I'll link all these in the bottom. She could use some prayers for her sick daughter, like hospital sick, really sick. So my heart goes out to you, Denise, and prayers to you and your family. And Jill from the Fiber Floozie, she needs some watch time. Unchained Crochet, she's a newer channel. She's really doing well. She's up to like 450 and she's really working on 500. So if we could get some people to go check her out. Rosalie at Yarn It Out is looking for some watch time as well. Gary at Urban Yarns just hit his 1K. So go over and congratulate him really quick. Pamela Adoring Creations is teaching us how to make a top. So you might want to pop over there and check that out. And then if you want to learn how to use the bobbins, and I was going to find them again. Here we go. Actually, they are clothespins, is what they're supposed to be. So if you want to figure out how to use these and make an owl, join me with Terry at YarnJoy, because that's what I'm going to be doing next. Well, along with the other things that I still have going on. I'm just really anxious to try something new. I made a shawl that was supposed to have sleeves that I didn't put the sleeves on. Lucia's shawl, I believe it's what it's called. Can't remember. And Amanda wants one. So I have that project. And I still have my new neon blanket because I gave one to Avery. So I'm working on that. Amanda's, it's going to be next summer before she gets that thing, that summer, thing. And I'm still working on a top for myself that, I don't know, I was going to frog it. Amanda was over, she stopped over. She works in the city I live in, and she stopped over after work and had lunch, and I was showing her the top, and it's just out of that Summer Nights Real Fine yarn, and I just wanted to go over like a tank top, and it's just pretty, and I'm doing the Solomon's knot, which is not a hard stitch, but in that fine yarn, it's like you never have a fabric. I feel like I never have a fabric. I can't get a good fast pace on it at all. I never know where my next, I have to look, it's like always cumbersome. And I'm sure that it's just because I'm not coordinated enough at that. And it stretches any direction, which is good. So I made it long because I know that it'll stretch wide. I need the width, not so much the length, but I wanted it to be hanging down here, like in a clump, so you could see more of the color and whatever, like a cowl, but just built into the sweater. So I did that wrong. I think it's just like totally wrong. I really didn't do that right. I don't know. And so I tried it on today, and I'm doing it all in one piece, and I just didn't crochet it together when it was time to make the head. So it's like flat, and then I'm going to fold it in half at the neckline and sew up the sides. That's the plan. So I made it long in here, and I even cut in for the arms. I was real proud of myself with that, and I think that part kind of looks okay. But whatever I did here wasn't right. I just thought, well, I'll just gather it up is what the whole thought process was. Amanda said, no, you can't do it that way. Well, when I tried it on today, I think it hung down to my knees. It's like, no, it needs to be gathered up. I said, I probably did it all wrong, and I need to frog it. And oh my goodness, she about went through the roof. No! I'm like, no, it's okay if I frog it. I really don't mind. No, you can't frog it. You spent a lot of time on this. I'm like, yeah, but I don't think it's right. I think, no, we'll make it work. I just can't make it work today. Because she had things to do. So she won't let me frog it. Just make it so it's the same on both sides, and we'll figure it out. I'm like, okay. So there we go. We're going to figure it out after I get it the same length on both sides, which comes down to my knees. Well, at least mid-thigh. I don't know. I mean, I did something way wrong, and it's wrong, you know. It would look really sharp on her because it would come down like past her bathing suit. She's like, you didn't make it for me. Like, I know, but every time I make something, I can never get the sizing on it right, and it goes to the wrong person. Except Chloe's top. Chloe's top fit her. The second one. The first one went to her mother. Need more practice. I don't know. I don't know why my stuff always grows as I make it. Swatching, I guess, is the thing, right? So anyway, I've got the shout outs out of the way. I got some chit chat out of the way. Showed you the new projects. As soon as I get the okay that the pattern is workable, then we can get started on the patriotic blanket. That's all I got. I just really wanted to show you. Go to the Dollar Tree, buy some baskets, write on them, erase it. Awesome. Okay, have a great day. Stay safe. Enjoy. The weather is getting better. Yay. Have a good one. See you. Bye.